Hi, I'm Ellen Horan, President and CEO of the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm here for this week's Member Spotlight with Scott McDevitt, who is founder, president, and CEO of Translogistics in Birdsboro. Welcome, Scott.
Thank you. Thanks, Ellen.
All right, so a logistics solutions provider. What does that mean?
Well, we work with manufacturers and distributors, and we help them control their transportation costs. And we do that in various ways. We have technology that helps to do that. We have a great customer service team, and we analyze workflows of the companies to see how we can help them be more efficient, along with auditing freight bills and negotiating rates with carriers, and just overall looking to help them save money on their transportation.
Okay. Now, you started this company in 1994.
Yes.
How did you get started? What gave you the knowledge and readiness to start this business?
Yeah, it was interesting. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to have my own business. And when I was 9 years old, I was working in selling flowers in Philadelphia, and and I just had that entrepreneurial spirit ever since then. And when I got out of college, I actually started a business with another person down in Florida, and it didn't work out. So when I came back, a friend of mine I went to school with, he had mentioned that he's working for a trucking company. So I thought, well, I'll get a job there until I figure out what other business I can start. And working at that trucking company for 6 years taught me transportation and all the different things that a company can do. And so from that, I thought, boy, that's a good business to start. So third-party logistics was just coming into the industry at that time, and I thought it was a perfect fit.
Good. Now, you had mentioned that you do a lot of analytics for a company, and I would imagine that takes quite a bit of technology investment.
Yep, sure does.
So how have you kept up with that?
Yeah, back in around 2000, where I really saw technology was going to play a big part in our industry, is when I started to invest in hiring IT people. So at this point now, we have 6 people in that department, programmers, and also another person who takes care of making sure that everything's in place and nothing goes down or any of that kind of stuff. But we were looking for what's called a transportation management system, and we just couldn't find what was really needed that we could provide or that we had in mind. So we decided we were going to start writing our own. And that's really been a great benefit. It's been a differentiator for us. So now with our own software, companies can go online and they could pick the best carrier given the different situations, circumstances that they're on. And also, it just gives complete visibility, so we can then come out and look at how they're doing different things. For instance, if one of their vendors is shipping something to them 3 days a week, we can do analysis. How much would it cost if they only shipped once a week? Or we could look to see how many times they didn't use the least cost carrier, and if they didn't, how much money could have been saved if they would have done that.
Right.
And so there's a lot of different analysis that we can do to make the right choice.
I would imagine with most small and medium-sized manufacturers, they can't afford to do that in-house.
Right.
They can't have that level of expertise.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yep, that's a great point. And that's the benefit of what we really try to bring. We want to bring all the benefits of them having somebody in-house doing it, but being able to allow us to do it, and as the experts, so we can free them up to do what they do best.
Right, right. So you don't own any trucks?
No, we don't own any trucks. Yeah, we're non-asset based, no trucks.
There you go.
I knew somebody that owned a lot of trucks, and he told me, whatever you do, don't ever own trucks.
Don't ever do that. Yeah.
He said that's where all the overhead is, and so we stuck with that. And there are many really good trucking companies that are out there.
Yeah. And how about matching? Do you do any of that of, someone's hauling this way and kind of the hauling backwards? You do, that's part of your
yeah, we do.
As well?
Yeah, it's called round trip moves. We do what's called milk runs, where they pick up at one location, go to another, and go to another. Yep. As long as it can work out that way with the different vendors and different suppliers and all. But that's really the fun part. It's like a puzzle that you put together when you first go into a company, and you can really put all different kinds of things together and have a major impact on their bottom line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I would think with the strength of this area in manufacturing, you have a solid base here. How large is your footprint?
Yes. Berks County is a great area. Businesses are great. The people are wonderful in Berks County. So it's great to have our business here. Now we do cover, I guess let's see, our main focus is to have manufacturing companies that are within a 200-mile radius of here.
Okay.
Now they do have locations throughout the country, so we'll go and visit the various locations, but it's within 200-mile radius.
Okay. Okay. Why do they physically need to be close?
We believe that relationships are really important.
Okay.
As much as there's technology, relationships are just as important, if not more important.
Okay.
And so we want to be able to just get to the corporate office, get to where we need to very, very quickly for any reason.
Makes sense. So as a business owner, what are some of the challenges you face that maybe some of our members can relate to?
I'm on the transportation committee. I'm thankful for the chamber to allow me to be on that. And I really see regulations as really playing a big part in our industry, and it's going to have a major impact in a couple of years. They're looking at changing what's called the hours of service. There's now it's required electronic logging device on trailers or on the tractors, and that's going to be mandatory within the next 2 years. So they have 2 years to do that. And there's a bunch of other, I can go on and on with regulations, and it's really going to affect capacity. And when that happens, rates are going to go up, and it's really going to affect manufacturers, distributors. It's going to affect even getting product to places when they need to get there.
Right.
So I'm seeing a lot of that happening.
So there's going to be demand for more drivers, since if the drivers we have aren't going to be able to drive as much, you're going to need more. We're going to need more drivers. So
yeah, and I just saw a study that says by the year 2018, with all the regulations, even if the economy doesn't pick up, if it stays how it is right now, with all the regulation, they'll need an extra 250,000 drivers a quarter to keep up with the demand.
All right, so there's a good tip if someone's looking for a job.
Yes.
Go get your CDL.
Highly recommend it. Highly recommend. It's a great profession. It really is. Yep.
Yeah. Any tips for other business owners? I know you've been on our top growing companies list, so you're doing something right. You're doing well. Any tips for resources you've tapped into, or what you've relied on as a business owner in growing your company?
Well, let's see. I've definitely relied on the chamber for sure. It's great to be part of the transportation committee, just being a part of choices, being involved in that, and you've gave me the benefit to speak at one of the breakfasts. So the chamber's played a great part in helping me just get Translogistics, our name, out there. So I really highly recommend to any businesses to get involved in the chamber, for one thing. Another thing too is to surround yourself with really good people, that have succeeded and have done better than what you have done, to give you that advice that you need. I have an advisory board. They're not a board as far as telling me what I have to do, but they do give me advice, and we meet quarterly, and that's just been a tremendous help.
I've seen a lot of our companies, particularly family-run companies, that have gone the route of the advisory board to make sure that they're getting that appropriate expertise. We run programs on that every once in a while, so I think maybe it's been a while. We should do it again.
Yeah.
And it's good to know you have one, because we like bringing in someone that can share their specific experience.
Yeah, that would be great.
With such a thing. So
yeah, that would be great.
Good, very good. Well, thank you very much for being active with the chamber, as well as being a member of the chamber.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Thank you.